evening, welcome to Biz RoundUp. I'm Chamod Fernando, and we at our television bring you a collection of business highlights. Let's have a look at the headlines. President Wickremesinghe congratulates Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Sri Lanka's computer literacy improved to 39%, government says. Vehicle importers make a plea to the government. Now the news in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe, participating to the swearing-in ceremony, extended his warm congratulations to Narendra Modi, who was sworn in for a third consecutive term as Prime Minister of India. The swearing-in ceremony held at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi recently was attended by the regional leaders at the invitation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
The ceremony saw the presence of Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, Prime Minister of Nepal, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, and the President of the Republic Maldives, Mohamed Muizzu. In addition to the ceremony, President Ranil Wickremesinghe and other state leaders attended a dinner organized by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Accompanying President Wickremesinghe at the event were President Secretary Saman Ekanayake, Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Aruna Wijewardena.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe, who was in New Delhi, met with Indian Senior Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to discuss the swift resumption of halted development projects in Sri Lanka funded by Indian investments. He also met with the Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, discussing the potential for a free trade agreement between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and the initiation of a passenger ferry service between the two countries.
Dr. Jaishankar expressed his intent to visit Sri Lanka soon to oversee the progress of these development projects and to coordinate Prime Minister Narendra Modi's upcoming visit. This initiative is part of India's Neighbourhood First policy, with plans for an industrial zone in Trincomalee that is expected to attract numerous Indian and international investors. President Wickremesinghe highlighted the new Economic Transformation Act, which will devolve powers in agriculture, health, education and economic management to provincial councils. Prime Minister Hasina assured her country's commitment to support Sri Lanka's agricultural modernization program. President Wickremesinghe affirmed his commitment to dispatch a delegation of Sri Lankan agricultural experts to Bangladesh to study the agricultural modernization methods.
The Telecommunications Regulatory Commission of Sri Lanka has granted preliminary approval for Starlink to provide satellite-based internet service in the country. This announcement was made by State Minister of Technology Kanaka Herath during a special media briefing held at the Presidential Media Centre recently.
State Minister Herath emphasized that a 2-week public consultation period will precede the final implementation of this service. State Minister Kanaka Herath stated that this marks a significant transformation in the technology sector which will enable internet connectivity from virtually anywhere. TRCSL Director General Madhusanka Disanayake stated that although Starlink is not yet established as a telephone network company, it has been granted a frequency license under the Telecommunications Regulatory Act. The initial setup or registration cost for Starlink service ranges between $400 and $600 with a monthly fee of $99.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs said that Sri Lankan's Foreign Minister Ali Sabri held a bilateral meeting with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov seeking assistance to resolve the issues faced by Sri Lankans in the Ukraine-Russian war. The Minister of Foreign Affairs said that the Foreign Minister is currently in Russia to participate in the BRICS 2024 in a statement recently.
Both ministers agreed that a high-level meeting scheduled for later in this month will review the issues faced by these individuals in detail and take appropriate action to address them. Minister Ali Sabri also requested a hold to further recruitment of Sri Lankans into the Russian armed forces. During the meeting, the two foreign ministers also discussed enhancing bilateral ties across various sectors, including tourism, higher education and economic cooperation. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that this bilateral meeting highlights the ongoing efforts by Sri Lanka and Russia to resolve mutual concerns and enhance cooperation across multiple domains.
Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. Deyasaru Park, a 60-acre urban oasis in Colombo, is set to host the first WLI Asia-Oceania Conference from June 16 to June 22, 2024. The conference begins on June 17th with an opening session at water's edge, followed by a fishing cat and nocturnal observation at the Deosaru Park. This event will bring together over 100 delegates from more than 70 wetland centers across Asia, Australia and New Zealand, highlighting the park's significance in urban wetland conservation and ecotourism.
The event also marks the 10th anniversary of the Deosaru Park with day-long celebrations and a hosted dinner. The event will feature a fishing cat and nocturnal observation session conducted by the Urban Fishing Cat Conservation Project, bird watching sessions and a firefly observation at the Maadiwella Mattyfield. Over the next few days, delegates will participate in bird watching sessions, learning sessions and excursions to other wetlands like Talangama Tank and Beddegana Wetland Park. The final day of the conference features the Seethawaka Odyssey, a scenic train journey from Colombo Fort to Seethawaka Botanical Garden. Originally a paddy field, the Deosaru Park was transformed into a wetland in the late 1970s and further developed in 2010 by the Sri Lankan government. Today, it serves as a sanctuary for diverse wetland habitats and a crucial flood detention area, protecting the surrounding regions, including the Parliament area.
Cabinet spokesman and Minister Bandula Gunawardena announced that future Sri Lankan governments will have to adhere to the deal made with the International Monetary Fund, which will be in place until at least 2028. During a media briefing in Colombo recently, Gunawardena emphasized the importance of adhering to the IMF loan agreements when drafting the 2025 budget.
Minister Gunawardena highlighted the necessity of securing $5,018 million to cover international transactions, a critical step for any future government. Gunawardena further stated that foreign debt restructuring could provide loan relief of $3,655 million, emphasizing the importance of sticking to President Wickremesinghe's agreements. He also highlighted that by following the IMF plan, Sri Lanka could re-enter international capital markets by 2027, provided foreign exchange reserves reach $14 billion. The minister pointed out that Sri Lanka missed an opportunity to avoid the debt trap by not implementing the Fiscal Management Responsibility Act of 2003.
Sri Lanka's computer literacy rate now stands at 39%, while the digital literacy rate has reached an impressive 63.5%, according to the latest data released by the Department of Census and Statistics recently.
Currently, 2.2% of households in Sri Lanka own either a desktop or laptop computer, meaning 1 in 5 households is equipped with a desktop or a laptop. The urban sector demonstrates high literacy rates, with 34% of households owning a computer. In contrast, the rural and estate sectors show ownership rates of only 18.1%. Department of Census and Statistics said that it is conducting various programs and initiatives aimed at increasing access to technology and digital education, particularly in rural and estate areas. The department said that these initiatives are crucial for ensuring that all Sri Lankans can participate in the digital economy.
Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. The Chefs Guild of Sri Lanka hosted the Culinary Art Food Expo and live cooking competition titled Tea, Spice and Coconut Festival and Culinary Talent Hunt, aiming to promote Sri Lankan cuisine to the world at the BMICH last week.
The event was inaugurated by the Korean Ambassador Myeon Lee and the President of the World Association of Chef Societies, Chairman Thomas Gugler. Joining them were the Chairman of the Chefs Guild of Lanka and Culinary Art Food Expo 2024, Chef Gerard Mendes. The Culinary Art Food Expo featured a wide range of activities, including live cooking demonstrations, food tastings, and a vibrant display of Sri Lanka's finest tea, spices, and coconut-based dishes. Chefs from around the world participated in the live cooking competition, demonstrating their culinary skills and creativity.
This event itself, which is staged this year, we hope to stage it biannually, like the other event that we did last year, and calling it this time the Sri Lanka Tea, Coconut and Spice Festival. But in 2026, it will be the World Coconut and Tea Spice Festival in Sri Lanka.
State Minister of Finance Shehan Semasinga requested for an allocation of 8.75 billion rupees aimed at restarting essential development projects halted due to the economic crisis and ongoing debt restructuring program. The State Minister Shehan Semasinga said this speaking at a parliament session recently.
State Minister Semasinga emphasized that this request is not a supplementary budget but rather an allocation expected to be resettled after the debt restructuring process, ensuring no impact on the budget deficit. He said that the suspension of various development projects including rural roads, bridges, small tanks, canals, rural hospitals and schools has significantly impacted numerous communities. The State Minister further said that the public representatives and organizations have urged the government to resume these essential initiatives. State Minister said that the interruption of development projects has led to considerable hardship for many communities. However, the opposition criticizes the move, viewing it as a strategic blow ahead of the presidential election, where President Ranil Wickremesinghe is expected to contest.
President of the Vehicle Importers Association, Prasad Mange, urged the State Minister of Finance, Dr. Ranjit Siyambala-Pittiya, to reconsider the decision to halt the vehicle imports to the country as it will benefit both the consumer and the government. He said that the assembly plants operating in the country are not capable of producing vehicles to satisfy the consumer demand of the country for branded vehicles.
පසුගිය දිනක වාහන එකලස් කරනගේ සංගමයේ රාජ්‍ය ඇමති රංජිත් සියඹලාපිටිය ඇමතුමා හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ දිගට සාකච්ඡා කරලා තියෙනවා මේ 45000ක් වගේ ප්‍රමාණයක් ලංකාවේ වාහන එකලස් කරලා තියෙනවා කියලා. අතර මේකේ ඇත්ත කතා බැලුවොත් වාහන වලින් 45000න් 38000ක්ම තියෙන මෝටර් සයිකල් 6000 ගණක් තමයි කාර් තියෙන්නේ. ඒතර ඒ වගේ මේ කට්ටිය කියලා තියෙනවා මේ ආනයනේ සීමා කරලා තියෙන එක ඒ කට්ටියට උත්තේජනයක් කියලා. ඔය කට්ටිය කරේ සරකමන කියලා. සමහර සංගම් උතන තියෙනවා ඒ කියන්නේ ඇසෙම්බලි ප්ලාන්ට්ස් තියෙනවා අවුරුදු 20ක් 25ක් ලංකාවේ තිර මේ වෙලාව යනවා. එනකොට තාම එක වාහනයක් මම දනුන් හැටියට එක්ස්පෝර්ට් මාකට් එකට ගහලා නැහැ. කිසිම භාණ්ඩයක් ලංකාවේ නිෂ්පාදනය කළා නැහැ. කරන්නේ මේ කට්ටිය සම්පූර්ණ වාහනේ ලංකාවට ගෙනල්ලා බපර් දෙක විතරක් ලංකාවේ හදනවා. ඒකේ ෂීට්ස් අනම් මනංකෝ වෙන වෙනම ගේනවා. ඉතින් මේකදී ඇත්තටම ලොකු විනිමය ප්‍රමාණයක් ලංකාවෙන් එළියට ගියත් ලංකාවට එන්නේ ඩියුටි බොහොම අඩු ප්‍රමාණයක්. අපි කියන්නේ ඒ පිටත්තර යන ඩොලර්ස් ප්‍රමාණය. ඒක හොඳ වාහනයක් ගෙනන අවස්ථාව දෙන්න. එතකොට එකක් පාරිභෝගිකයට හොඳ වාහනයක් හම්බ වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම ආණ්ඩුවට හොඳ බදු ආදායමක් හම්බ වෙනවා. මොකද අපි වාහනයක් ඉම්පෝට් කරාම 200 250ක් අතර ටැක්ස් එකක් ආණ්ඩුව ගන්නවා. ඒතර ආණ්ඩුව බදු ආදායම ආණ්ඩුවේ වැඩි වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම දැන් අපි ගත්තොත් මිනිස්සු මේ වාහන ඇත්තටම රිජෙක්ට් කරලා තියෙන වාහන. මොකද මේ ඔක්කොම කිසිම බ්‍රෑන්ඩ් එකක් නැති චයිනීස් වාහන.
With that, we wind up for today. For this and more, subscribe our channel on YouTube, follow us on Facebook. See you tomorrow with the State of Business at 7:45 p.m. Take care and good night.